You know, when I was younger, I thought confidence meant never being afraid. I admired loud people, people who always had answers, people who entered rooms like they owned them, people who spoke without hesitation. I thought that was strength. So I spent years pretending I knew what I was doing, pretending I wasn't scared, pretending I had everything under control. But age teaches you something very humbling. Most people are afraid, even the successful ones, even the confident ones, even the people you compare yourself to. The difference is not that they feel no fear. The difference is that they stopped waiting for fear to disappear before living their lives. I wasted many years waiting to feel ready, ready to start, ready to speak, ready to change my life, ready to chase what I truly wanted. But readiness is a dangerous illusion, because life does not suddenly hand you confidence one morning. Confidence is earned after action, not before it. I learned that too late. Some of the biggest regrets in my life did not come from failure. They came from hesitation. Moments where I stayed silent when I should have spoken. Moments where I chose comfort over growth. Moments where fear quietly made my decisions for me. And fear is very clever. It rarely sounds dramatic. It sounds reasonable. Maybe next year. What if you fail? What will people think? You're not ready yet. That voice followed me for decades, and the saddest part is, most of the things I feared never even happened. But the opportunities I avoided, those disappeared forever. You know what getting older teaches you? People care far less about you than you think. When I was young, I was terrified of embarrassment, terrified of looking foolish, terrified of judgment, terrified of failure. Now I laugh at that version of myself, because everyone around me was too busy worrying about their own insecurities to remember mine. Most people are not thinking about you nearly as much as you imagine, and that realization is freedom. True confidence is not believing you are better than others. It is becoming comfortable with being imperfect. It is trying despite uncertainty, speaking despite nervousness, starting before you feel prepared, because courage is not the absence of fear. It is movement despite fear. And life rewards movement, not perfection. I have met talented people who destroyed their own potential because they kept waiting for certainty. And I have met ordinary people who built beautiful lives simply because they dared to begin. That is something young people misunderstand. Your life is shaped less by talent, and more by the number of times you were brave enough to continue, even after rejection, even after failure, even after disappointment. So if you are listening to this, stop waiting to become fearless. That day will never come. There will always be doubt, always risk, always uncertainty. But one day, you will grow older like me, and you will realize that fear itself was never the real enemy. The real enemy was how much life it convinced you not to live. And trust me, regret weighs far more than failure ever will.